Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Riley's World. Thank you guys for joining in. Today, we're going to talk about Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, we're going to do a little discussion about Chelsea Football Club. So Chelsea Football Club has been rocked with some disciplinary actions today. Did it? Chelsea Football Club owners, the new owners now, has been doing their bookwork from taking over from the previous owners. So when you buy a company, you do balance your books and so forth. And upon balancing their books, they get to understand, they find out that there was some discrepancy going on with the numbers. You know what I mean? So they decided to report it to the FA. Which is a good idea. That shows you that these owners are honest and not crooked like the previous owners. Some of the discrepancy that was there was shown as underpayment, right? So Chelsea been paying under the table for years, to acquire a player, slipping money that are not being registered properly to agency, to intermediary, stuff like that, right? So the owners now that own Chelsea Football Club was doing their book, their lawyers and all the necessary peoples that get those kind of stuff done. And it was found that the previous Chelsea owners have been cheated. Pretty much long and short story. It was found that the previous Chelsea owners have been cheating. What they did was, they went and they reported to the FA, right? All right. So that was there for a while. Everybody wonder what's going on with Chelsea. 75, is it 75 charge? Or something like that. So everybody was wondering what's going on with it. So until it was finally dealt with sometime last year. So Chelsea was slapped last year with a 1 year ban, right? And they were charged also with a 6 points deduction. 6 points deduction, right? Along with the ban, they were also found $10 million, £10 million as fine. So they were fined £10 million and they were hit with a ban, and they were also hit with a 6 point deduction. All right, let's talk about this for a second. What happened with the situation was this. Chelsea appealed. Chelsea appealed the situation, right? And upon appealing the situation, it was reduced. Well, it was like they win and they lose, right? They win and they lose. So the 6 points was reversed. So the 6 points ban was no more. And the 10 million stand. So they were still hit with a £10 million fine, right? And the ban, which was just one transfer window, has now extended to 2 transfer windows. Let's talk about the ban situation. What does this mean? The type of ban that they were hit with is not a type of ban that they cannot buy players, right? It's like a warning, right? So the ban that they're hit with is like a warning. So if you do this again, then this ban gonna take effect. If you understand what I mean. So a lot of persons wondering, okay, so what does this mean? Does this mean that Chelsea cannot buy any players? Chelsea buy players today. You know what I'm saying? They bought players today. You know what I mean? So the ban is not the situation where, okay, guess what? Chelsea is banned from buying players. It's like a warning to say, hey, guess what? Within this time, if you allow something like this to happen again, this ban going to take effect immediately, and you will not be able to do those things anymore. You get what I'm saying? So it goes back to people saying, no, hold on. So why is it that Chelsea getting favorable treatment? Why is it that, okay, why they aren't banned outright for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Being that they're found cheating. You get me? And those players that they bought, them Eden Hazard and all of them players, William and those players that they bought that helped them win so much trophy. If they didn't do those under the table payment, they probably would have not got these players. And if they haven't gotten these players, all the trophies that they win that put them in this dominant position, in a position of notice, I should say, not dominant, but in a position of notice in London would have not been so. So, being the seriousness of this situation, why is it that Chelsea was only given a slap on the wrist? You know what I mean? You know when you little toddler do something and you know that, you know what I mean? You know, don't do it again. You know what I mean? They were just giving a little slap on the wrist and saying, hey, guess what? Don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? And you look at that and you're like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let me understand what you guys think about the situation, right? Was it justified or was it not justified? Because I'm kind of on the fence. I'm a person that will never ever pick up a Chelsea, and everybody knows that. I don't even like Chelsea, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? But you gotta look at this on a different aspect and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Look at it on Chelsea point of view. Chelsea appealed bad because they think that it was unfair. They think that they should have got some leniency because it was done under the previous owners, right? And not only that, they're the one that found it. If Chelsea had not reported this, would anybody know? No, nobody would have known. You know what I mean? So it gives these owners some form of honesty about them. You know what I mean? Showing that, hey, guess what? They have integrity, man. These people have class. You know what I'm saying? They can be trusted. They could have just, in that, you know what I mean, sweep it under the rug and just forget about it, but they did not do that, right? They highlighted it to the FA, even though they anticipated, I would suggest, I would expect that they anticipated that they were going to be punished. You know what I mean? The club was going to be punished, regardless of who was the governor at the time of that situation, right? So that's the situation, what's going on with the Chelsea Football Club. But Chelsea Football Club news don't, finish right this up. You know what I mean? Finish right this up. You know what I mean? Mykhailo Mudryk. Everybody know Mykhailo, right? Mykhailo Mudryk. Mykhailo Mudryk has returned to football. You know what I mean? Mykhailo Mudryk has returned to football. When I just hear this, I'm like, yo, what a timing. Just as when Chelsea hit with ban, then they are, sorry, players coming back. You know what I mean? Players was granted favor again and relief, I should say, from the suspension that they were under, and he is now with immediate effect being reinstated into football. You know what I mean? And look, my thing is this. A lot of these things happen all the time. You know what I mean? I don't understand the pros and the cons behind what supplements or whatever these players get to take. You know what I mean? And how easy is it for them to mix up or get their whatever they're taking, mix up or with their wives or their cousins or whatever some of them might say, that is not mine, it's my wife's, it's my this, you know what I mean? However, that reaching their system, you know what I mean? They're the one that takes it. And if they take something like that unknowing, then that means the person who is in charge of whatever they put in their body should be held accountable for also. And you should also be held accountable for whatever you take. You should know every single thing that you put in your mouth. You get me? I'm not telling that I entirely buy this situation about, hey, I didn't know. You get me? It's the easiest thing to say when you're in trouble. I didn't know. You get me? But nevertheless, Mykhailo Mudryk, fantastic footballer. Everybody remember Mikhailo? Yeah, man, the same baller that Arsenal wanted to buy, and he was flirting with Arsenal for a long period of time until Chelsea swoop in and decide that they're gonna break the bank to get him at Stamford Bridge. He has not been so excellent at Stamford Bridge, you know what I mean? Didn't live up to his potential, and then he was slapped with that doping ban. And you know, it's not a good spell in a footballer career when something like that happened. Several players, it has happened to several players. I think it happened to Onana as well. You know, I mean, he came back and he's been okay and stuff like that, you know. But I wish Mikhailo all the best and in his endeavor. And welcome back to football. You understand what I'm saying? Welcome back to football, Mikhailo Madrid. You get me? But yeah, guys, let me know what you all think about this Chelsea situation. Do you think that Chelsea get off easy? You know what I mean? With the 2-window ban that they got, that is data ban, which is just a warning. You know what I mean? $10 million fine, £10 million fine. I mean, like £10 million is, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You get me? That's a chump change. You know what I mean? That's a chump change. And was it okay for them to withdraw the 6 points deduction and give them a clean slate, starting at 0 like everybody else? You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. And remember to like the channel, right? Like the channel, people. Do the damn thing. And if you're new over here, subscribe to the channel. You know, thank you guys for always being a supporter of Riley's World. You know what I mean? And yeah, we'll see you next time. Big up. Remember, do the damn thing.